Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 7 Central Time from Sunday to Thursday. Feel free to comment or ask any questions you have in the chat as you feel like it. I'll do my best to keep an eye on those chats and answer whatever questions you have as we go and after the stream as well. With all that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. Today, the Michigan DNR is responding to a fire near Sugarloaf Mountain after it received reports of smoke in the area. This video is from a reporter we sent to the scene to get more information. The size, scope, and cause of the fire are still unknown. For now, crews are asking that you avoid the area to allow them to work. This is a developing story, but we are calling officials to be able to bring you the latest updates, and we will bring you those when we have them. In Decision 2024 coverage, a mobile Michigan Secretary of State office came to Northern Michigan University's campus today. The office lets you renew licenses or registrations, change addresses, or register to vote. NMU's chapter of College Democrats invited the mobile office. The organization's president says he thinks it's important for all students to take the opportunity to vote regardless of political affiliation.
Voting matters and having that voice, and after that election happens, you can say that I did something and I voted for someone. And some places don't have that right, but we're thankful to be in the United States where we have democracy, right? And we can say that we took a part in that democracy.
Today's office was open until 3 in the afternoon. LaPlante says he expects the mobile office to make more visits to NMU before Election Day. And also in Decision 2024 coverage, a ballot proposal in Gladstone could change how the city funds construction projects. The proposed charter amendment would remove the city's power to levy and collect special assessments without voter approval. The city says if it passes, future road projects would be negatively impacted. But the organizer of the citizen-led initiative says the charter gives the city too much power.
That's all we're saying. If the city needs more money, they can definitely ask the people to raise property taxes by 1 mill, 2 mills, 3 mills. Let the people decide.
We would definitely have to slow down on how many roads we resurfaced and how many projects that we currently would do.
Buckman says the city has made headway on street improvements in recent years. He says this progress would disappear if the ballot measure passes. A food pantry in Escanaba is asking for your help. The Seventh-day Adventist Food Pantry serves almost 1,500 people a month. Organizers say that's a 14% increase over the last 9 months, and it keeps going up. Households get 1 box a month with assorted canned and dry goods, produce, dairy items, and more. Organizers say they need the community's help to keep up with the demand.
Everything has just really gone up, and even though some people might be working 1 or 2 jobs, sometimes 3, and both parents working, it's still not enough.
Donations can be dropped off Mondays and Fridays from 1 to 4 in the afternoon. The pantry is located behind Walgreens at 2305 First Avenue South. And developing now, changes to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, are now in effect. New benefit amounts mean a little more money for families in need, but is it enough to keep up with inflation? TV6's senior reporter Jerry Tudor spoke with groups that serve those families in need to find out what they say about the new changes. Jerry found the changes to the SNAP program do increase for families, but groups that serve those families say the increases are modest and the need is still there.
Each year, the U.S. Department of Agriculture adjusts the maximum allotments, deductions, and income eligibility for its SNAP program. The adjustments take effect at the start of each fiscal year, October 1st. This year, the USDA has increased maximum allotments, but also changed eligibility requirements for SNAP benefits. The executive director for the United Way of Marquette County says the increase isn't enough to keep up with rising food costs.
The number seems to continue to increase. The SNAP benefits, those numbers are increasing too, but I think for a family of 4, it's like $3 a month more benefits. Price of groceries. just keeps going up, and everything else along with it.
The president and CEO of Feeding America West Michigan says the increase is less than 1%.
The downside of that is it's certainly less than what the cost of food is increasing. So even though it went up a bit, what folks can get with their SNAP dollars is less than what the cost is increasing. So that is disappointing.
The USDA also increased the income limit to be able to receive SNAP benefits.
They increased the income verification in the neighborhood of about 4%, and that's roughly aligned with wage increase. If I've heard recently the average wage increase in our area has been about 4%.
Monthly SNAP benefits available are based on household size. Eligibility based on income is different for each state.
Thank you, Jerry. If you have questions regarding SNAP benefits, including eligibility, we've created a link to the USDA's page on our website at uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. The Little Brothers Friends of the Elderly is in need of volunteer drivers for our next story. It's especially looking for year-round, part-time drivers in Baraga and Ontonagon counties. This is part of the organization's, let me find the video for you really quick. There it is. This is part of the organization's Drive to Care campaign. As a volunteer, you would drive seniors to and from appointments, usually medical. Volunteers are especially needed during the winter's tough driving conditions.
If you have a serviceable vehicle, ideally a small four-wheel drive SUV that you'd be willing to drive in the wintertime to help our elders get to and from their appointments, that would be on the top of our wish list.
Program for volunteers. To sign up, visit the organization's office in Hancock or contact Brooklyn. Medical professionals say this is the time of year when many people are experiencing fall allergies. Symptoms can often include a runny nose, congestion, and watery or itchy eyes. Experts like Western UP Health Department Medical Director Robert Van Howe say the best thing you can do if you know you have outdoor allergies is to be prepared with medication. But you can also try to limit exposure to the things you're allergic to.
During the different pollen seasons, you know, it's everywhere. You can't go outside without being exposed, so you can't tell people to stay in forever. But also, if you have indoor allergies, you can use a filtration system to filter the air.
Van House says it's also important to know that colds can come with a fever, while allergies usually won't. Finally tonight on the Digital Desk live stream, a Marquette car dealership is helping animals get adopted. Fox Marquette Subaru granted $4,000 to the Upper Peninsula Animal Welfare Shelter. The money will cover adoption costs for all cats and dogs that are 1 year or older. Costs will be covered until the end of October or until the money runs out. The UPAWS Community Outreach and Volunteer Coordinator says adult pets need love too.
Kittens and puppies always get the attention, and that's great. We love kittens and puppies, but we wanted to start the month out especially with focusing on the adult animals and getting them into loving homes.
UPAWS says there's still plenty of money left. To learn how to adopt a new furry friend, go to uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And that's all the stories I have for you guys tonight. Thank you all for joining me here live at the TV6 Digital Desk. If you have a story idea you think we should report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, you can contact us at any time. There's our email on there, our newsroom phone number. You can also contact me via email or reach out to me on social media if that's easier for you. We would love to be able to hear from you and what's happening in your community. Thank you all again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you all tomorrow.